Hey guys, how's it going? July 16th, 2022. And yeah, this is kind of interesting. I've been trying to make some changes or trying to find ways in which my experience with Run8 is a bit more enjoyable. First off, I want to say this is not a video to shit on Run8 because I think version 3 is awesome. And I think version 3 in single player at a limited scope, or maybe even a small multiplayer group on a limited scope, might work. Now, most people, including my son and the members that are currently on my server, prefer the Southeast, and I don't blame them. I think it's got a lot of potential, and there's a lot of potential still to come. And with that being said, I want to explore what may eventually be coming down the road. Now I can't discuss anything. There's really nothing to discuss. I'll say that much. Okay, now. I was a member of the team. I had NDAs. I'm not going to be saying anything in what I may or may not know, but really I don't know anything. There's nothing new to report anyways. So that's all I got to say about that. When this comes, who knows? We don't know. Everybody's got a life. Jason's got a life. He's been doing some great updates for the route and the car models that we've seen and all kinds of things that he's doing, but he's got a real job just like I do. We all have to, I just happened to be on a vacation last week and I got away from all this for a while, and it took me a while just to get back in, and I got back in for a little bit, but then I was just like, okay, now I'm back to work again. So I'm like, wait a minute, that's not how this is supposed to be. And I put a lot of work into getting things going, or getting things the way I want. Now, there's been a lot of trial and errors. I've noticed there's certain things that Run8 can do well and other things can't. I'm going to be exploring all these options over the next little bit. In the meantime, I'm going to continue to keep the server up. I may not be as active. I'm going to say that right now. I put a schedule in that's going to help the community and still allow me to do things, with my son during certain times and etc. And also be able to continue to push the envelope a bit. I may still put the server down during times of the schedule, so we're going to go away from 24/7 effective tonight. At 5 p.m. I'm taking the server down for 4 hours. I may eventually take the server down completely. That depends. It really depends on a lot of things. Will the server come back up? Yes, it will. I will have the server up at some point, but I may take it down for a while. What I'm going to do, I have no friggin' clue. I don't envy that position, but I'm trying to find ways that's going to make it work. Maybe it works for some. Maybe it's just fine, but it's not. Running a. I do have a little bit of help with the. There's just too much stuff to do for only a few people right now, and that's where I'm. I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, okay, well, how the hell do I manage this? Do I just run the Sanford sub like I was going to? There was a time where I was just going to run the Sanford sub. Do I just run the A line? That's an option as well. I thought about that. It's a possibility. I may just run the A line and back off of Waycross for now, because there's not too many industries in Waycross as it is. You're just extending, and plus you got that big huge hump yard. If I just run trains in and out of the area, that might that might be enough. And I can still do the fake industries to make the trains appear a little bit more realistic. But at least then I could, there's a lot of things I could do. I'm just not sure how I want to do it or how I want to play it just yet. But we'll see. Anyways, let me just go to chat real quick. It's pretty early in the morning, so I don't expect too many people around. There's a few people on. Okay. So, before I go with that, let me show you a website. And I posted this on my Discord in the RTS General section. This is the Waterloo Regional Model Railroad Club. So this is ideally, I loved being a member here. Now, obviously, it's in a smaller scale, but it's a pretty extensive. It's a pretty extensive. Now it's depicted in the 1970s. They're doing a lot of work on it right now, and they've been working on it for years. I was a member of the club. I'm still, a former member in good standing. All the other stuff. Where's the? Okay, here we go. So it's got 6 levels. It's in a Quonset hut. So this is basically how the benchwork looks like, and where different things are, etc., etc. So Sudbury's got a room above, and then above here be there'll be a top floor and intermediate floor. They're getting up to the they've got up to the intermediate floor. They haven't got to, well, they do have a top floor, I think. They have the intermediate floor already, but they're getting close to the top floor on some things, I believe. Don't ask me. We'll see here. So level 0 is not anything depicted. It's all what's underneath. I used to hang out here. This is what they call the hole, and this is a line that comes from southern Ontario. So let me just go through this, and I want to give some reference to this, because this is like I said, this is the kind of thing that I like to do. And I had a lot of fun with that club. It takes an hour and a half to get out. I hope my internet is still up. Okay. Let's go to Sudbury, Ontario. So, Greater Sudbury, that works. So, Sudbury, Ontario is on, I believe, the second largest ever crater in the world. It is rich in nickel deposits. You can see this little area here. It's hard to see, but it's called they call it the Sudbury Basin. Let me see if I can see it on the on this a little bit better. Yeah, you can see it. There it is right here. So this whole area is full of mines. You can see how it extends down, because that was and millions of years ago, and now you can see the colors. So they're mining all this stuff. They've been doing it for years. All the orange. You got the orange of the copper. There's nickel in here as well that they mine. So there's yeah, it's mainly nickel, but they found a lot of copper as well. It literally turns the water orange, but it's just part of the thing. And then over here, everything else is kind of green back over. At one time, it used to look like a moon surface, but you've got a lot of different mines, to say the least. What's interesting about it, though, let me get out of this for a second. I'll go to a bit of a where do I want to go? I want to go to a summary of everything. There we go. So Sudbury is a division. It was a division point. It still is technically. I'll show you what area it extends, what they're looking to. Like, I live here in Southern Ontario here. So Sudbury's up here. Their line extends through Espanola. It goes as far west as Cartier. I don't even know if we can see Cartier on here. Should be able to. Espanola. McCarroll should be in here somewhere. There's McCarroll. Webwood. Okay, so this is where the one line goes. So it goes up to Webwood Station. This is all intact. This line here is built. They also have a line up to, I believe it's just past Spreacher, and then it loops out right now in a temporary staging, but eventually they're building this section all the way up to Cartier. So we got, signing Levac and various mines. See all these little mine spurs that come off of it. And, well, I shouldn't say all the mines that come off of it, because it really doesn't. It's, I mean, you can see them, Levac mine, Hardy mine. There's a mine here. There's Coppercliff Spur, lumber plant. Yeah, and I took a lot of images of a lot of those areas. This section here, east of here, used to be the Transcontinental. What happened was, I believe it was in the... Don't... forget it. I'm not even going to guess a date, but eventually at some point they ripped this out. They didn't rip this out. They ripped out a line east of a little further east of North Bay. So this line actually serves lumber or something like that in Quebec. I can't remember what the hell it is. I think it's a lumber mill in Quebec. Lumber or paper, I can't remember, something like that. But got a mine here at Falcon Bridge. I had that as my image the other day on the video that I did for all the drone images. So Falcon Bridge and Happy Valley I don't know too much about. I totally forgot about checking that out. But anyways, Sturgeon Falls, and this is on their way to North Bay, so they have a staging up here. They've got as far as just past Stinson. I think it's just past Stinson, yeah. And then they have the spur that goes to Falcon Bridge as well, but they don't have anything beyond that just yet. And they have the Y at Romford, which is where I'll show you shortly here. And I don't want to spend too much time in that, but because I want to get to this as far as the subject goes. So, which is exploring what we have right now. This obviously we don't have for Run8. I wish we did, but it takes something. It takes a development. So down here is the staging for it's right below Romford. Romford's right above in level 1. This is the underbelly. So we used to sit in here. The Romford operator would control the Y switches above at Romford, but they also controlled. No, they didn't. Did they control the Y? No, they didn't control the Y switches. They will, because there's going to be an operator panel that will control the switches as well as the CTC, because there's a Romford operator up above in the 1970s. And these are the return loops for trains that hold into what they call Toronto staging. And this, I believe, is, I think that's CN staging. They don't use that right now. They use that for storage. I forget what that's supposed to be, but and then there's other ones like some of these down here. There's a couple of the Cream Hill mine, and the E.B. Eddy plant, I think, is this one. I think that's the E.B. Eddy, which is like way the hell over to the west, but that's where they come out for there. Level 1 is more interesting because this is where you actually see the you see the visibility. Now, I was at a hotel that was right over here that overlooks this yard. So not only do I get a view that is very similar to what you see here, I get, they have the same number of yard tracks. Obviously it's a little smaller, but it's still, you get to see everything in Sudbury. This is the city, this is downtown Sudbury right here, off to the board and all that other stuff. You get to see, stuff being stored over here. So this is the Webwood sub. The blue is the Webwood sub. The purple is Cartier sub, and the red is the Cartier sub. Cartier sub towards Toronto, and then the Cartier sub going west, I think. Yeah. So this is the eastbound Cartier, the eastern end of the Cartier, western end of the Cartier, and it goes down here. And this little yellow line here is where I took another one of my images of the nickel sub. That's a CP nickel sub. Now, I'm not going to go crazy and show you all the stuff that's in here, but this particular scene is ideally what I would love to have as a central yard of operations. I would love to work a yard like this. I used to yard master, not yard master. I'm sorry, I wasn't very good at the yard master because there's a lot that goes on, and they have a manual system, and I'm not too fond of it. I would much rather have a computer system, but especially with a fast clock because there's more demand. But with normal operations, you get to plan things out well ahead of time, so you don't have to be rushed at a 4-to-1 ratio or whatever the hell they used to run. I think they ran at 4-to-1 o'clock. So we would run. Yeah, we would run for 6 hours on a Saturday, and we'd stop for a supper break in the middle and all that other stuff. It was a lot of fun. There's the Falcon Bridge mine over here, and then the CN staging or whatever. So that's where. Okay, so this is where they might have something on the backdrop what they're talking about. I see. No, that's Falcon Bridge. Never mind. Sorry, wrong one. Falcon Bridge is east. It's a labyrinth. I'll let you guys explore that on your own, but I just wanted to say that because this yard turns over like crazy, even in current day. This is without all these CP trains. Now, the CP trains still come through here, but the Transcon actually goes to Toronto. So what you don't get is the eastern half. Instead, that's controlled by Ottawa Valley that heads to North Bay and beyond, and they come into the yard and do an interchange. CP doesn't control this in modern times. This is controlled by Huron Central that heads to Sault Ste. Marie, as well as Espanola and all that other stuff. But that goes, and these go up to levels. I can show you the next level. This is Coppercliff here. There's a bunch of industries here. There's a siding. There's the Crean Hill and the E.B. Eddy mine is over there. Maybe that was something else. I don't know, because it showed it on levels. It showed something on level 0, but maybe I'm thinking of something else. But there's the Crean Hill mine, Inco, Coppercliff Spur, which I don't know where that goes. I don't even know if it's modeled after that. Might not be. Level 2. So you got Nairn siding. And boy, oh boy, what is that? Victoria Mine? I think that's a Victoria Mine spur right there. And then Creighton on the other side, which is not done. Sorry, this part isn't done, but Spreacher is. And the Levac Interchange comes up to Flanagan, and then it goes up to a loops around the helix. Romford Y is right here, so this is where the Perry Sound goes. This line no longer exists. They cut this out, and then the line comes up here to Stinson, goes around, comes back around, goes to Stinson, and then this. I think this gets looped around or something like that. I can't remember. It's come around this way. I think it comes around. Where does it go to? Q? On level 1? Where the hell's Q? No, G. I don't know. I don't understand these letters. I'm like, what the hell is that? One goes to G and one goes to Q. I don't know what that means. It's on level 1, so it beats the hell out of me. I don't see it. But anyways, it does come around, wraps itself around, and gets the flat again. So they got most of that already done. They're just working on scenery. The intermediate floor, they don't have that. They don't have the EB Eddy plant. Wait a minute. They have a temporary storage in here. They have McCarroll, so they're up to the intermediate floor. They do have McCarroll, and this leads off to the Webwood staging. So they do have those upper plates. They do not have that, and they do have this up above, which is, you know, something. I think. I don't know if they have the line yet, but they got the bench work, so so it's cool. Anyways, that's it for there. Let me get into where I wanted to check out, and that was the Fitzgerald sub. So if we head to Folkestone, so that's what I would love to see. Now, the good part is there's something coming eventually. Don't know when. And I want to explore it just to see what we have in store, or what potential for RTS we have in store. The way I envision it right now, due to traffic level, or due to interest levels, I would probably run Fitzgerald independently. I would remove Romford, or not Romford. See, now I'm getting my wires crossed. I would move having the use of Waycross. I would probably have trains simply spawn. Sounds boring, but you'll see why. That's Folkestone. Yeah, I went to Folkestone for. I meant to go to Waycross. Ah, you idiot. Where are we here? Waycross, where are you? I think that's you. Okay. So, yeah, Waycross. Hello? Oh, here we go. Okay, now I know where I am. So, this part's already in. It crosses over here, blah, goes down here, goes down here. Don't know if I'm still on, guys. Hang on a second. I had some internet issues here. As soon as I started, all of a sudden I lost the internet, and it was just like, well, it was gone. Let's see what we got here. Well, it looks like it didn't end the stream, so that's a good sign. Anyways. It beats the hell out of me. So I was just going through the map here. We'll assume we're on the start here. So, what if you guys haven't explored this already? Hopefully, I don't have any more internet issues. Jesus, Murphy. This is a little bit of an Easter egg that is in here, because what it shows is, and they did the same way. Quincy had found out the same way, that there was a bit of an Easter egg. So what happened? By the way, as far as the internet right now, I don't know why it's going in and out this morning. This is the first time it's done that, but it does reconnect. It's Wi-Fi. That's all these stupid boxes are now. And sometimes I don't even know if the modem has the ability to do cable. I'm gonna look at it, because at least it's an option. But so we fly along here. Like if they're playing games or something, if they're using YouTube on the TV, it takes a ton of bandwidth because they're using like the highest level of bandwidth, and I get screwed. Okay, so we got the first curve coming up here. So again, I'm going to use the map as a reference. Hopefully, is this ever going to load? I'm just going to try refreshing. I'm not even sure if I have internet properly yet. It says I do. Whatever. I don't care about local traffic in your area. Just friggin' load my shit. Okay. Well, this shows a right curve. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Is this the siding? We might not even be at the first siding yet. Which is already on the route. Here we go again. Come on. Load it for me. Okay, fine. We'll just... Oh, God. That's horrible. I don't know where the first siding was, but... Oh, is that it right there? Nope. I don't know. It's by some water or something. Okay, well, whatever it is, it's winding in and out or something like that. Blah, blah, blah. We'll figure it out. I don't know exactly where I'm at. I'll find the cities later, because I don't think there's too much to worry about until then. Okay, so now we're winding left. I'm not too worried about the sidings. The sidings themselves, that's okay. Yeah, there's a siding there. I'm looking for the industries. Not so much the industries, but the yards. But we'll get to the industries. Okay, so we're climbing up here. Nice bridge. Another siding. No, just single track. Looks like a siding, but it looks wide at some spaces, but... Quite pleased by these Easter eggs that they share, because it's, you know, it's useless until it's actually there. There's a siding. Okay, now we're at something. Where are we at? We're at the first town or something. So let's see what we're at here. I believe we're at the first town. Could be wrong, but I'm trying to zoom it out to beach, maybe, whatever the heck it says. It says beach. Oh, beach road. Okay. Big curve that way. I think this is it right here. I could be wrong, but I don't see anything coming off of it. So maybe it went through already, or maybe I missed something, or I don't know. Well, if I missed one industry, it's okay. A church. I'll try to zoom out a little bit more, as long as I can see the details. I might have missed that one. It looked like a single track industry of some sort. Okay. I'm gonna zoom in a bit there. There's a siding. What is this one? Is this a Douglas? Holy crap. Where's my track? I missed it. It was coming in town. Is that it? No, that's the highway. Hello, where is it? I lost the line. I think that's it. No, it's a highway. What the hell? Have I been following a highway? Don't tell me I've been following a highway. Some of this I don't recognize. Okay, how about we do this? How about we make it simple for the simpletons like myself? And we'll just use this for now, and then we'll look deeper when we find it. Okay. Plus, I'll save on bandwidth. Okay, so we get this, we got that, blah blah blah. I gotta do this all again. I think this shows the major stuff, anyways. No, I wasn't following a highway. Nichols. I think this shows spurs. I'm pretty sure it does. Definitely shows sidings. Okay, now we're in Douglas, so I must have lost it somehow. Okay, well that's an interesting one right there. That caught my attention. So there's even a little loop there that didn't show, but we'll see where that comes into play. I don't think that's it. I doubt it, anyways. So there's a siding, you know, not too much. Just an industry of some sort. I don't know if we have a service track there. Well, looks like we do. So we have a service track. And then back to single track again. That probably is that interstate highway thingy. What are you? I don't know what you are, but you're something. It's not what we're looking for. Oh god, now I'm gonna have to go across the ponds and stuff like that to try to find it. Is that it? think that's it. That could be it. Looks like it to me. Alright. Looks cool. It doesn't have that little loop, but that's okay. Maybe it's going to. Maybe it doesn't need it. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's it. Does it show a heading? I'm not too sure if it does. Well, right now we're going southwest. Or, sorry, we're going mainly west. West-southwest, perhaps? I don't know. I'm not too sure about that. Maybe I saw something else. I don't know what the hell I'm seeing. Probably went too far. But that was cool. Okay, let's go back to that. Who knows? I might have skipped it when I went through. Did you go back to your layer? What is that thing? We don't know what that is. I saw a line. I don't know. It's just some lines. Click it. There you go. That could be it, but I don't know. That's kind of going... That's our northwest. I don't know what the hell that is. Alright, so... Am I going the wrong way now? No, I'm going the right way. Another industry. Sometimes they have names for these things, but... Ambrose. Okay. I wonder if Ambrose exists. Hey, it does. Okay. Well, looks like we're heading the right direction now. What the hell did we miss? Oh, we were close. Ambrose, Georgia. So we're heading northwest according to this. Oh, okay, yeah. We are heading northwest. I can't get my compass roads right. So 290, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Go over a curve.